Hi YouTube, this is Jen, your Pudgy Picker, coming to you with another video. This one is about garage sailing. So you're going to go garage sailing or estate sailing and you want to make that money. I came up with some new hints and tips. A few you may have heard of already, but some of them are just mine and kind of what I go by. So hey, if you get one or two hints out of this video and they work for you, then it was worth your time to sit down and watch it. Okay, you have not even left the house yet. I'm going to give you some hints on preparing for garage sailing. Pack your lunch and extra drinks or snacks. This is really important. You're out there garage sailing to make money, and if you're wasting it on buying breakfast or lunch or extra drinks because it's hot outside, that is a waste of money. If you're going to spend $10-15 for food and drinks while you're out garage sailing, that's money that you could be turning into cash by going on eBay or however else you sell your things like I do at an antique booth. Don't waste the money on food and drink. A little bit of preparation ahead of time. Get up a few minutes earlier, make a sandwich, throw some chips in a bag, put some extra drinks because it's hot out there this summer. Do that. A penny saved is a penny earned. So definitely make sure that you do that. That is important. Okay, where do you get your garage sales from? Where do you get that information? There are different places that you can go. I personally get emails from two different websites. One is called estatesales.org and the other one is called garagesailor.com or GSALR.com. These two you sign up for. They send you an email a couple times a week and let you know about garage sales. You set up where you're starting from and you put in there how many miles you're willing to travel in your vicinity to go garage sailing. So let's say you put in 15. So anything within 15 miles of where you are, they will send you a listing and let you know where and when that garage sale is. The Garage Sailor, I definitely use that one a lot. I also go on Craigslist. Craigslist has a garage sale forum. You go on there and you can look up, people post pictures. You're not going to get that with newspaper clipping. Newspaper, that's also another one. You don't have to buy the paper, but you can go on their website, wherever paper you have locally, and click on classifieds. I usually pick up a paper on Wednesday because Thursday and Friday are my main garage sailing days. So if you pick up the paper, that tells you when the garage sales are. Or Craigslist, that's a great way to do it. There's also some smartphone apps. I know my sister uses some of these. One is called AP, and it's a dash, garage, and there's Sales Rover or Sail Rover. These you can have right on your phone, and it will, I think the Garage Sailor one will even will map your route for you. So it tells you in which way to go so you're not wasting time and gas driving around. What I do for mine is I get all this information, get the paper, Craigslist, those are my two main ones, and the garagesailor.com, and I take my GPS. On my GPS I type in the addresses, I save them into my favorites folder on the GPS, and it'll ask you for a title. For the title, what I put is the days and times of the garage sale. So when I bring up my list, when I'm leaving the house and I click my favorites, it'll give me the day and the time, and then I'm ready to go. So I know if I'm garage sailing all day and I'm the next one in line ended an hour ago, I'm not going to waste my time going there. So, and another thing is important if you're using your GPS is as soon as I pull up to that house, I go back to my favorites, hit the address, and hit delete. There's nothing so aggravating as forgetting to delete it and you end up going back and go, oh, I was just here. So it's all about saving time and saving gas, and that saves you money in the long run. And every penny you save, that's another penny in your pocket. Okay, so another thing before you leave the house, dress down. Don't dress really nice. Don't have tons of jewelry and your makeup and all that stuff on. You might have people less willing to bargain with you if you look like you live in a mansion. So you don't want to do that. Another thing is have change. I know this may sound like a simple idea that you think, well, of course you should have change. But think about it this way. If you're at a garage sale and you're bargaining down and you finally get the person to settle on $5 or $6 and then you pull out a crisp 20 that just came out of the ATM machine, they may not like that so much. You don't want to insult the seller. So usually what I do is the day before I go garage sailing, I'll go to my bank, I'll write a check for cash, and I'll say, can I please have that in 5s because I'm going garage sailing. So that's definitely a good way to do it. You got that money, cash in hand, you're ready to go. Okay, so now you're arriving at the garage sale. You're pulling up and you see those items out there and you're just drooling. You're so ready to get in there. Before you even park your car, make sure that you observe all local laws on don't speed, don't park where you shouldn't. If you pull into someone's driveway, if there's a sidewalk there, don't block the sidewalk. Many people have gotten tickets, and if you get one ticket while you're out garage sailing, that's going to blow your profit for the day. We don't want to do that. So don't blow it before you even got the money in your hand. In our area, you're not supposed to park on the side of the street that has the fire hydrant, and you would be amazed how many people don't observe local laws. They just see that stuff, they throw the car in a park and they run out. So don't do that. There's two schools of thought on whether you should arrive early or if you should arrive late in the day. For me, this really isn't something that I go by, because when I go out garage sailing on Thursday, I'm out at 8, I'm home by like 5. So I can't really pick and choose where I get to early and where I get to late. If you're only hitting a few garage sales, then you have more of a choice. Some people say you should get there early because you get the best selection. Or you should arrive late in the day because that's when people don't want to pack all that stuff up and they're willing to bargain with you more. So whatever your choice is, that's fine. But like I said, I garage sale all day. So a few I hit early, a few I hit late, it doesn't really matter to me. If I had to choose one of the two, I would say be there early. You want the best selection. You want to make sure that what you're going to get is something that you know you can resell, something that's a good price and good quality. If you arrive late in the day, are you going to get a good price? Probably. But is it something that's going to make you a decent amount of money? Well, maybe not. Okay, so you park the car legally and you get out and you're starting to walk up to that garage sale. First thing you do, and this is the first thing I do, is you speak to the seller. Good morning, how are you this morning? Boy, is it hot out here. There's many different things you can say. But please, keep in mind, be respectful. Remember, you're on their property and you're touching their things. And you want to be respectful and kind. And if you garage sale as much as I do, then you're going to see these people again and again. You're going to see them at different places. I've had a lot of people say, I know you. You came to my garage sale when I had it at my house, or this is my aunt's house, or hey, next week we're going to be over here or over there. So, have a good reputation for being a good and kind person. And, be nice. It's the least you can do, and it doesn't cost you anything. Another thing I want to make sure, and I've heard so many people do this, when you go to a garage sale, I've been to garage sales where there's a couple that walk up and you can tell that the garage sale is being held because the people who are selling, their elderly parents are either deceased or they're in a nursing home. And they stand there and say, look at these prices and look at this, and oh, I can't believe that. That is so disrespectful. In a lot of these cases, you kind of know that they're selling things because their parents are no longer around or they're in a nursing home. Be respectful. These are people's private things, and you kind of have to show a little respect. You don't like the prices, either bargain or walk away. Don't stand there and complain, because that's really ugly behavior, and you don't want to engage in that. Also, talk to the dog too. I have a dog, so I love animals. So whenever I walk up and I see a pet, I say, hi, puppy. And, people who love their animals will appreciate this. And it's, you got that good vibe going back and forth. So that's definitely a good thing. Being polite is the right thing to do, and it can help you get a better price on things too. Look around. You know, when you first get there, kind of survey how things are. Don't poo-poo the free box. I know a lot of people will look at the free box and think, oh, that's probably junk in there. You know me in my videos that I give a lot of, show you things that I got for free. Hey, you know, there's stuff in there that you might want. Don't automatically just go, that's probably junk. Don't make it your first stop, but when you're done looking around and picking out what you want or you don't get anything, look at the free box. I've gotten lots of useful things out of there. So now you found an item or a whole bunch of items that you want. What do? So now we're going to negotiate. This is the purchase. Don't act eager for the item. Don't pick it up and go, oh my gosh, I've always wanted one of these. Yeah, they're not really going to bargain with you if that's the case. Pick it up, look at it. If it has a price, then you know where you're starting. Don't be uncomfortable about negotiating. Most people, they should know if they don't, that a garage sale is all about negotiating. They know when they mark the prices on their items that they're probably going to get a little less than what they're asking for. This is all part of the garage sale, you know, thing that happens. So don't be uncomfortable with it. It might take a little bit of practice to get used to it, but you know, you'll get used to it and you'll definitely save a lot of money. Before you offer a price, know what you're willing to pay for that item. If you're like me, you kind of know what you're going to sell that item for, either at my antique booth or on eBay. I already know what I want for that item. I know what I'm willing to pay to get that profit that I want. So if you bargain and it doesn't come down to your price, you have to be willing to set it down and walk away. Sometimes they might say, hey, wait, okay, yeah, go ahead and take it. Or they may not. But either way, you're going to have to make that decision before you even bargain. So when you make an offer, don't ask, what are you willing to take? Some people use this. It may work for you. I'd rather be in control and say, will you take so-and-so for this? And once you make that offer, then shut up. Just stand there and wait. Don't let them off the hook. If they're standing there going, well, I don't know, just stand there and wait. Just be quiet. But another thing to keep in mind is don't insult somebody. If they're offering, or if they have $20 on something, don't go up and say, will you take $3? Because they're not going to take too kindly to that, and they're more than likely, they won't even counter that offer. They'll just say no. So don't insult them, but give them a reasonable offer. I've heard it said that some people say you should do 60% of what the price tag is. You should not go below that. So if you have a $10 item, $6 would be a reasonable place to start bargaining. You know, you're taking a chance if you go any lower. They may, you know, if it's 10 and you say I'll give you 2, they might say yes, but more than likely they won't. And it'll ruin your chances of getting a good price on anything else there at that sale. Another thing to do, if somebody's not willing to bargain on one item, maybe they're willing to bargain on a bundle of items. This is something me and my sister both use, to pick up several things that you want and say, will you take this amount for this pile of stuff? And that's, I think it's easier to bargain that way. So as you pick things up and you're starting to starting to bargain with the person, kind of mentally add up what you have, and then ask them, will you take this or that price, and go from there. 9 times out of 10, they'll say yes. I have rarely ever offered a price, and the person says, nope. You're more likely to get that at an estate sale or a professionally run estate sale, because they want every penny, because they get a huge chunk if they sell an estate for someone. So I've had people say, oh, I'll say, will you take, and they say no. So that's their right, and you have to make a decision whether you're willing to bargain or not. Sometimes I'll ask for the lower price, but I still am willing to pay the price that's marked on there, because I know I can get a decent price for what I'm going to sell it for. So like I said, know what you're willing to pay and stick with it. Don't bargain. If you're only going to make a couple bucks on it, it's not worth bargaining over, because your time and your effort and taking the time to list it on eBay, or if you have an antique booth, you have rent, you have costs too, and you have to consider that when you're considering what price you're going to sell something for. So like I said, don't take it personally. Yes, no, make that decision, set it down. They may say, oh, okay, get it. And then you pick it up again. But, you know, leave it in their hands whether they're gonna bargain with you or not. Another really good hint, this is my last hint, is when I go to a garage sale and there's a husband and wife, you can walk around, and if you see something that's a guy item and just the wife is sitting there, ask her if she'll bargain. She's more willing to bargain with his stuff because she wants to get rid of it. And the same goes with guys. If you have a purse there and you know you can get a decent price, or if there's no price on it at all, you can say to the husband, how much would you want, or how much are the purses, or would you be willing to take 2 or something? And most time they'll go, yeah, go ahead. I've even had husbands get caught when they've told me, oh yeah, I'll do 10 on that, and the lady says, no, we want at least 20 for that. So let them fight it out. That's not your problem. You're in for it for a good deal. So definitely use that. That is a very good hint. If you have any other suggestions or comments, leave them below. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will be seeing you next time. Happy picking. Bye!